Hello and welcome to another daily devotion. She was 16 years old and one of our Sunday school teachers, assisting in the classroom. It was one of her things that she looked forward to each and every week, and her family, third generation in the church, so people knew them well. Until she came to our Christian Education Board and said, "I'm pregnant." And she wasn't married. Father was an 18-year-old kid in and out of drug trouble and halfway houses. And she came to the CE director and said, I'd like to keep teaching Sunday school. To which some parents said, no, we don't want that kind of girl teaching our children. I mean, what kind of example is she setting for our children? By the way, not this church that I'm serving now. Just a caveat there. Not that it couldn't happen here. But it reminded me of the angel saying to both Elizabeth and Mary, Angel Gabriel, when they discover that they're pregnant, "Don't be afraid." And Mary's reaction is, "What do you mean, don't be afraid?" This message, the scripture reads, much troubles her. Of course it troubles her. She's a young girl. She's pledged to be married to Joseph, the blue-collar carpenter in town, and she's with child. Well, this isn't good. If Joseph's family finds out that I'm pregnant, and it's clearly not his, I know it's not his, I'm a virgin, they could have me stoned to death for infidelity because this contract of pledging is legally binding. I'm his wife. This isn't good at all. So this part of fear is not so much a fear of what has happened to us or the circumstances we face, but how other people see us. We get afraid of what are they going to think? What are they going to think when I show up pregnant to teach Sunday school class? Well, clearly at my church, clearly they're going to be kind to me, and it's going to be okay, right? No, this poor girl in sobs as she's expressing first in smiles at the beginning of the meeting her excitement to keep teaching, how much she loves teaching the kids, how much she looks forward to it. She made this mistake, but she's going to have the baby. Can she keep teaching until she's, unable to because she's 6-7 months along, it's uncomfortable? Absolutely not. You're not going to teach my daughter. You're not going to teach my son. Wow, talk about grace. So then, after the meeting, family comes to me upset, teachers come to me upset, parents are writing me letters. "You're not going to let this happen, are you, Pastor?" So I got them all together, and they aired their different sides of the story, and they said, "What do you think? I mean, this is scandalous. This woman, this young girl, we can't have her teaching our children. What kind of example would that be?" I said, "You are so right. I agree with you 1,000%. I mean, that would be almost as if the Virgin Mother Mary came and taught the Sunday school kids. That would be horrible. We would never let someone like that teach in the church, would we?" Sometimes in our judgments, well, I'll say this first. The kid had every right to be afraid. And those of you who are watching online, church, and those of you who are visitors, I wonder how many people are out there afraid, and I know there are many, to come to a church because they're worried how the church folks, the God folks, will receive them. Last quick story. I had a young lady here in town asking for help in Downers Grove. And I met her in town, not at church. And I said, "Do you need some assistance? I'm a pastor over here at the corner of the church, and you can come by the church. We can get you some food or some clothing. We can maybe even find a way to get you some housing." And she said, "You're a pastor? You're at a church?" "Yeah." "Oh, no, I'm not going there." "Why not?" "No, I've been to churches before. I'll take my chances on the street." "What?" "Yeah, no, I've been to churches and I know how they treat you at churches. People like me." What would it say to the world if God's children who are not part of the body wouldn't be afraid to come near to those who are? Food for thought this day as we seek to live out our faith together and shine Christ's light, not our own. Amen.